Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's just me, Tiny Tasha, or you can call me Tasha like everyone else does. Hello, I am back. It's been a very long time. Have you missed me? Because I've missed you. Today is gonna be the day. Basically, the first video I ever did on my channel was my everyday makeup routine. It was my everyday makeup routine then, like a year ago, but also when I have the time to like sit and really focus on my daily makeup. Realistically, do I have time to do that every day? No. So I thought, now my routine has like entirely changed from then anyway, but also this is actually my everyday routine, like what I wear every day when I'm seeing people, civilization, when I'm not stuck in my house. So I'm just gonna get cracking. I'm gonna be putting my headphones in because the silence is rather boring after a while. But obviously I'll chat you through everything as I'm doing it basically, and what products I use. I will link all the products I use down below in the description if you want anything. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started. I have already put on my skincare and my SPF. Sometimes I use a primer, sometimes I don't use a primer. I haven't been using a primer since I've been using my moisturiser because I've been using the Fenty Beauty SPF 30 moisturiser, and it basically says on the packet that you can wear it under your makeup as well, and it's a really good base. So I'm technically using that as my primer. I think I'm going to listen to Ariana Grande. So to start off, what I use on a daily basis is this NYX Bear With Me Skin Veil. And it's really quite lightweight. I don't like to wear like a full coverage every day. But what I also mix it with, because you can see by my neck, I have quite an olivey skin tone and it's quite yellow. And I really struggle to find like good foundations, tinted moisturisers that don't make me look like a Simpson or bright orange. So what I found works for me is using a colour corrector. So I use this purple colour correcting fluid and I got it off of Look Fantastic. So see that? And I just basically mix it up, see if it does the job. See what I mean? Like it always still looks a little bit yellow all the time. So just add, I basically just test and add. Oh, that's better. It just cools it down a bit. So what I love about this base is it does with what it says on the tin. It's a skin veil, like it's just like it puts something over your skin and it just sort of buffs it out and just makes it like a clean slate without caking you. I like that. I hate feeling caked. I hate it. I then go in with a liquid contour basically. I also use this as my opportunity to start covering up spots and stuff too. So I live by this shit, may I just add, because it's basically a cheap Tarte Shape Tape, and for the amount of concealer I use, I'm not spending that money on Tarte Shape Tape. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible and I use shades 322 Ivory, and it's just slightly lighter than my skin tone and it just really brightens me massively. And then I have this really nice brush from Primark, Kabuki brush, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's like triangle shapes, like a triangular shape, but it's really good for getting into the corners. So it's really good for these inside corners. I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom you in. I just want to show you this real quick. You see that? It just gets right on in there. And then I pull the corner concealer out to just create this V, and it just elongates your eyes a little bit. Gives you a bit more of a foxy cat eye, which is all the trend at the moment. So now I've got my super bright under eyes. I look half awake. I'm now gonna go in with my contour. So this is another brush that I got from Primark. Game changer. Short little stumpy kabuki brush, and this is really good for contour. I think it is actually called a contour brush, and it's really good for like getting in those cheekbones. I've also been using the Laritzi Cosmetics contour stick. I actually got this in a glossy box. It's very good, and it's in the shade Aloha. And I've just been basically placing this slightly higher than where I would usually put it, and this just sort of brings everything up. So you can kind of already see where I'm going to put it from where I've put my concealer. So usually I would put my contour here, and I'm going to put it up here like this. See that? And then I'm going to get my brush, and I'm going to use up and downwards motions. I've been very much enjoying this technique recently, and I've really noticed a difference in my face shape when doing this as well. And then I just bring the rest of that contour up onto my temples. Then another trick I like to do is my jawbone. So just follow that around like that and buff that out. Make sure you are really buffing that out, because you do not want to look like early 2000s orange face line. We've all been there. Let's not bring it back with the low-rise jeans. I can't believe low-rise jeans are coming back in fashion. Shoot me, my stomach is not ready for that. So what I usually do, which I haven't done it in the right order, I got a bit carried away, but before I do my contour and my concealer, I usually put my soap brow in to set. Didn't do that, so I'm going to do that now. So I use the original soap brow and a spoolie. This one's dirty, sorry. So wet the spoolie, pop it in there, and then I'm going to push my brows up. So I'm just gonna let that dry. I'm so glad I'm doing this step actually, because I always get so many messages of people saying that I have perfect brows. They're not. It's just practice and faking it the whole time. Are you down? Are you down? Are you down? Are you down? So I'm going to start with this brow first. What my next step is I use this Vain Beauty pencil crayon thing, and it is in the shade Brunette. What's really great about this is it's not extremely precise, but it like clings onto the hairs, which is very helpful because it saves you a massive job. And that's how I get my laminated brow look without trying so hard, because the crayon does all the work, not me. I'm just gonna follow my natural shape of my brows, and you'll see it just basically defines the shape a bit more and just picks up the hairs and just like sort of colours them in. It's great. See that? And then I just follow the hairs at the front. It just gives them a bit of definition. There we go. That's one brow done. So that's pretty much my brows done, pretty much. I'm now just gonna get my concealer again and just get a little bit onto my wrist. And I've got this life-saving little brush, which I'm gonna dip some of the product in, and then I'm gonna follow, just basically tidy up my brows a little bit. So you see that? And they're not twins either, they're sisters, remember that. Just go with what they want to do, AJ. Brows done. Next. Okay, next is powder contour. I'm really sad because my powder that I usually use, which is my setting powder, I've run out of, and it was the Urban Decay setting powder. It was very, very good. But my backup setting powder is this NYX HD finishing powder, which is also very good. Tell you what this is good for. This is good for taking around with you. It's just good for de-shine when you're out. I also don't like to be completely matte because that's not realistic. No one's completely shine free. I just want it to be controlled, you know? So once I've done that, I'm gonna go in with some powder contour. So I've got my cacao, I can never say this, contour. This is my go-to, it smells amazing. I spoke about this before in another video, but yeah. So I'm gonna use mainly the light contour, tapping into the medium. And this is another great brush actually. This is a Morphe, which is great for contouring. Upwards motions again. And into the temple as well. Not so much. So now I've done my contour, I'm gonna just go in with some more of this bad boy here, just to brighten. Then I've got my Dragon Beauty Transformation Face Powder, and I'm gonna just mix them both. The pink is great because it just brings that back a bit to your natural skin colour and it just doesn't look so fake. Cute! Lastly, for the powder section, I'm gonna just quickly pop some blush on and then some highlight. So blush I'm using is teeny tiny little NARS. I need to get the big one of this actually because I'm in love with this. It's like got a really nice shimmer. This is Orgasm. That's my brush. Then, before I tap that out, in my contour pack, I'm going to use my orange highlight, which is supposed to be for deep skin tones. But when I mix it with my blush, it makes a really nice colour, which I only do when it's a bit sunny and summery vibes because it's a bit sun-kissed. Lastly, I'm going to just quickly do some nose contour. I don't really do much nose contour, so I'm just going to use, I didn't actually show you before I zoomed in, mainly medium into light, because the light you can't really see. Oops. Oops. Oopsies. Then I get a big fluffy and I pop it in some of this. Lastly is highlight. This highlighting palette is amazing. JC Cosmetics. Boom. And I am obsessed with this and this together. It's so, especially when I'm using this orangey blush, it goes so well. It looks so pretty. So I'm gonna go in with that guy, bit of this. And this stuff is pigmented, so I only use a little bit because, see, I have barely touched my face and I've already got some on. Okay, so now that's done, I'm gonna go on to my eyes. But before I do that, I like to leave on some pumping lip gloss. So this one is the Barry M XXL lip gloss. It's one of those swelling ones that like tingle. And I just find that it really helps make my lips look not so much bigger, but fuller. And I find it a really good base for liner and stuff. So I leave that to do its thing while I do my eyes. So now, to do my eyes, I'm gonna eyelash curl my lashes first and then pop on some mascara. And so the mascara I'm using is the Glossier mascara. It's great. Can we take a minute to appreciate this? Look. I mean, I don't think I need to tell you which one's with and which one's without, but it's so good. That length is just like very good. So I went away and just did the second eye. I like to add a few individuals into the corners to create like a more of a cat eye, natural look basically. And I do this as a part of my daily routine. Like, I love doing it. I think it makes such a difference. So the individuals that I like to put in are the Ardell Double Up, and they're basically like clusters that are already done for you. And I basically get my tweezers and some duo glue, and I usually do about 2 to 3 on each side because I do want to keep it quite natural. And it really doesn't do a lot, but it does enough for you to notice. It's very fiddly, and if I don't have a lot of time, I think I'd rather be late and do this than miss this step of my daily routine, I'm not gonna lie. It's very fiddly, so I'll zoom you right in so you can see. So I just want to see if you can see the difference that that's made. So this is the eye that I've done. Do you see that? So it's just enough to sort of perfect it and to make it look really sharp and clean, but also just enough to keep it natural still. So I'm just gonna go away and do the other eye and then I'll come back. Hello, I'm back. I'll show you the lashes close up. And I've just done my lower lash line as well in the mascara. So yeah, now I'm gonna go onto my lips, and this has had more than enough time to set and do its thing. So, and you've got this really nice base to start off with. So I'm gonna be using MAC eyeliner in Whirl, which is my favorite. And then I'm gonna go in with my Rimmel London Stay Satin liquid lipstick, and that's in the shade As If. And then once that's done, I'm just going to pop on some setting spray. And I use the MAC Fix Plus setting spray, obviously. And that is my everyday makeup routine. This actually took me surprisingly a long time. I don't know why, because it doesn't actually take me this long usually. Maybe it's because I'm talking. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm heading into London today, so I thought I'd do my makeup with you first, so you got to see it. So yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Leave any comments, would be lovely. I'd love to hear from you all. It's been such a long time. If you haven't already subscribed, do me a favour and do it now, please. That'd be really great, thank you. And guys, I hope you've had an amazing week, and I hope your next week will be just as good, and I will see you guys next weekend.